Okay, hello guys, how are you doing? So I see that like there are around 17 people here, and we were expecting a number that's much higher than that. So let's give it like, I don't know, 3-4 minutes, and then we will start the session. Okay, guys, let's start the recap session. So, thumbs up. Okay, I think this is like around like the fourth recap session, probably, right? Oh, camera. Okay. Okay, hello, guys. So let's continue with the recap session. I think like this is the fourth recap session that we are having for the semifinals, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So I guess you know the drill. So we will have a week 3 feedback at first. So we'll see how your week went, any challenges that you faced, and anything you want to share with the team. And then we will continue to the week 4 deliverables. So what we expect in the week 4, specifically, we will start from the checkpoint, and also we will have additional things that we will require, like the information collection, the index, and also we'll talk about the technical grading and feedback session that will be held next week. Okay, so I guess without further ado, let's continue to the week 3 feedback. So I would really appreciate it if somebody raised their hands and shared how their week went. But if that's not the case, oh yes, thank you, Manuel. So let's start from you. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, and you, Paulus?
I'm doing great as well. So how did week 3 go? Did you face any challenges, any exciting things that you want to share with us?
week three was quite amazing, and yeah, like seeing some progress on our project as a team was very exciting because the past few weeks we've been trying to figure out like the best way of integrating the other features that we've been working on. And yeah, we had a lot of challenges because it was more like spending more time on understanding some type of technologies and the like. So this week was really amazing. Like we managed to integrate most of the features and we're almost done with our project. Uh, of course, some of the challenges that we had was to do with using some technologies that required payment and everything. It was quite, yeah, that was the only challenge that we had as a team. But everything went so well, and we are so excited with the progress that we made.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I'm very glad to hear that. Yeah, it seems like it had been a big week for you, one that you'll remember like for the long term, and I'm so glad to hear
Yeah,
about that. Yeah, thank
thank
you,
you so much.
Emmanuel. Any other teams that want to share their weekly feedbacks about week three? Yeah, I'm sure like there are a lot of you like who had made many progresses. So I would really much appreciate it if you do this voluntarily, but otherwise, like I will have to call out names so that you can give us your feedback. Okay, I guess we should continue with. I think I'll choose a random name here. So Erika, uh, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear
Okay,
me?
how are you? Yes, I can hear you. Your voice is a
Yeah.
little bit far,
Oh,
but
okay.
I still can
How
hear
is
you.
it now?
Yeah, it's better now. Okay.
Uh, okay. For this week, we made a lot of progress for our project, and we're mainly working on the AI aspect, and we were able to integrate the AI. And I guess by next week we'll be done with the AI part, and then continue with the other features. And for the challenges, I would say maybe it's time management, because it's really hard to find time. As some of us, some days are really we are busy, and yeah, that's it. But we managed to do the work. Yeah.
Yeah, great. So yeah, I believe time management is going to be one of the biggest issues that each and every team is going to face during the semifinals. I mean, 6 weeks seems long, but depending on how you're progressing and how you're using your time, yeah, it's going to be like a little bit tricky, right? So yeah, I can understand that, but again, you still have 3 weeks, so I'm wishing you all the best. Let's receive one final weekly update from one other team. Oh, okay. Again, I would really much appreciate it if you guys like raised your hands and uh, shared your thoughts. But I guess I see that Minta is interacting. Minta, Fred. Okay, Ahmed. Let's continue with you.
So hello, so I'm Ahmed.
Hello, how are you doing?
I am good. Hope so. You're also okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing
So
great. Continue.
okay, for this week, okay, we made some progress, but to be honest, it was more all about making the user interface to be so great because our application is going to be used by people who are not so tech savvy. So our mentors were more like make sure the user interface is going to be so simple that they won't struggle. So this week majorly was that, and also some problems was the AI model we are using. We want it not just to be using it online. We want it also to be using it offline. So we wanted to configure it so that it's going to be taking the data from the database instead of online every time. Uh, we have not been able to do that right now, but we are still looking for more ways to do that. So I'd say that's the only problem we've encountered this week. But for progress, I think we are doing better. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Ahmed. That was actually a very nice update because, like, you have showed us that only like this hackathon is not just about the development, right? It's not just about implementation, but it's about like giving the customers, your intended customers, the product that they want, and you're working on that by like fixing the UI, and also you're thinking about the product part of your project, and that's very nice to see. And I think it's an example for the other teams as well. So I'll be wishing you the best of luck in the coming 3 weeks as well. So I guess we can continue to the next section. So week 4, let's start from the checkpoint, what we will expect in the week 4 checkpoint deliverables. To be honest, there is not much different. I mean, I was the one that presented the week 2 briefing, and the checkpoint was pretty much like the same. The things that we are expecting are pretty much the same. So firstly, we'll be expecting the completed features. So a list of completed features that you have done during the week 4 should be listed clearly. I mean, you have seen the checkpoint, so there is like a section for this. So you should go to that section and list out your completed features. Other than that, we will be expecting like the plans for the next week. So what are you planning for week 5? Not for week 4, but for week 5. What are you planning to complete? We want you to start planning just by the end of week 4. So we also want that to be included in your checkpoint 4. Other than that, we will also want you to think of the challenges and risks that you will be facing, that you have faced. You to include the challenge and risks that you have faced during your week 4. For example, like as you can see in the example, integrating a specific AI model you might find hard. So how was that challenging? We want some details there, and we also want your mitigation plan. So how did you overcome these challenges? Maybe you adopted something, or I don't know, you watched some resource, you used some resources, and that was pretty helpful. But we want like a detailed listing of what you did, your mitigation plan, so that we can see how you're progressing. So this will be all about the checkpoint deliverable. Other than that, okay, before I go to the next deliverables, the checkpoint deadline, as you guys know, it's going to be next Sunday. Yeah, the third checkpoint, as you know, it will be on August 18, 11:59 p.m. And the fourth checkpoint, as listed here, will be on August 25, 11:59 p.m. East African time. Yeah, I think if we said this much about the checkpoint, it will be enough. So let's continue to the new things that we'll be expecting on the 4th week. So the first one will be the information collection for the grand finale. So as you guys know, the semifinals is only remaining with 3 weeks, and we are approaching to the grand finale pretty fast. And if you guys pass to the grand finale, we will be like we'll need you to come here to Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and that will like require passport, visa, and different informations. So we wanted to collect those informations at this stage, because like we want to make sure that if you pass to the finals, you will be able to travel to Addis Ababa. So that's why starting from I don't know when the specific date that the form will be shared. I mean the sheet will be shared, but we'll be posting the sheet on WhatsApp and Telegram, and then you guys should start filling the information out there. So you will get different questions. Oh, it's not a sheet. Okay, sorry guys, it was my bad. So it's not actually a sheet, it's a form, and I think the form has already been shared to you. I think, yeah, it actually has been a long time since it's been shared. So please try to fill it out and finish it up, since it's a very important information that we want to consider. So you guys should be completing it as soon as possible. As you can see, the deadline is today, actually. Sorry for the misinformation. The deadline is going to be today at midnight. So for the next agenda, the semi-final index file, I believe this is also like told to you during the first day. Okay, I see a raised hand. Good luck.
Thank you so much. My question is that regarding the documents we are meant to submit, like our passports. So I want to ask, for some of us that, let's say we are based in Ethiopia already, and we are born and brought, we are a citizen of Ethiopia, and we don't have a passport. How?
Yeah,
Like,
so
what do
yes,
we?
I understand your question. So yeah, we are asking your information because like you never know with these things, like when we will be like needing your passports or visa. So for safety, we actually encourage you guys, even Ethiopians, to fill the information form as well. I think we have communicated this with our like coordinators in a meeting that we had today at 2:30 p.m. So you can contact them for more information. But even if you are Ethiopians, like we are expecting you guys to fill out the form. Does that make sense? Okay, great. So another question. Okay, Joshua, continue.
Okay, for some of us that are started the process of getting our visa, is it like I say visa? Is it passport? Is it a component that has to be done by today, or today is just for filling the information that needed on the form?
So I think like the day, I think this form was released like pretty early, right? I don't think it was released even, I don't know, earlier this week maybe. So we are expecting you guys to complete all the processes by now. And also like we have prepared a dedicated like section where you can even tell us that you don't have a passport yet, but we actually require you to fill the day that you'll be getting your passport, so that we can make sure that you'll be receiving your passports and all your visa process before the grand finale. So please fill it out accordingly. The questions are actually leading. So if you don't have a passport currently, but you're sure like you'll be getting your passport by the grand finale time, you can still fill the form, and we will be like, it will be, once you fill out the form, it will be more clearer. That makes sense. Okay, Emmanuel, continue. Okay, Joshua. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. So, like, knowing that there'll be only like 32 teams, that are supposed to advance to the finale. I already requested, and your team was saying it will give us feedback, but I'll still ask now since we are dealing with this issue. So, for that, like, would it be possible that maybe you can during, it's just a request now, like you'll be able to provide maybe some documents so that for some people that maybe might need to start the process right now, but we'll need to finalize it maybe
Yes.
once they confirm that they are going to the finals, to be able to process X plus passports.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, we're currently discussing about that. So any documents that you want, you can contact like one of the organizers. I'm also one of the organizers. So contact us through either Telegram or WhatsApp, and we will see what we can do from there.
No, thank you.
Okay, Joshua, you still have a question?
Uh, I think there's one question. The form didn't actually specify whether the date we're going to get the passport. You just said that you're in the process of making one. So those people that put you in the process of making one, hope like there's no issue at all, because most of us are still in the process of having our passport done. Maybe before the grand finale, it will be around.
Yeah, Joshua, can you repeat your question? I was like
Okay, I said
struggling to
the
hear you.
form didn't specify the date our passport to be available. It just said, are you in the process of making one? I'm saying that most of us have started the
Yes.
process already, but it will be the passport to be in our hand before the grand finale. I say hope that is okay.
Yeah, if the passport is going to be ready before the grand finale, that's absolutely fine. Yeah. So yeah, the main thing like we want to know is if the passport is under process and it will be like available before the grand finale, that will work for us. We just want to make sure that like you guys will be having your passport and your visa before the grand finale date, which will be September 21. So we are hoping that you guys will arrive on September 20, and that's what we are trying to make sure of. Okay, in that case, let's continue to the other deliverables. So the other one, as I said, is index file. I believe this was like part of one of the workshops, the Wednesday's workshop. I think one of the hackathon organizers, Aman, has already given you a briefing about what these things are. So for the semifinals, these are the things that we'll be expecting. So we will be expecting a demo, a pitch deck, an extended pitch deck, a one pager, a roll-up, brochure, banners, and stickers. So all these 8 items has been discussed during the workshop that we had on Wednesday and Thursday. So by now, I feel like you guys are accustomed to the terms. So each of these things will be having their own deadlines. Deadline for each deliverables, it has been set. And this one is actually the sheet, right? It will be shared exactly. So yeah, this one is going to be the sheet that will be shared on WhatsApp or Telegram. So we will be sharing this one like pretty soon. I hope, I think after this session. and you guys should be filling it out like according to the deadlines. And as you can see in the notes, these are not going to be final versions. We just want to know that you guys have started working on them, and we just wanted to track your progresses. So that's why like we wanted you to start them 3 weeks before the semifinals end, and by the end of it, we can make sure that you guys have completed all 8 of like the required deliverables. That makes sense, right? Thumbs up if it does, or if you have questions, you can raise your hands here. Okay. Okay. Let's continue to the next agenda that we have. So technical grading and feedback session. So we will be having technical grading and feedback session. We know that the semifinals is not over, but we want to see your progress here. Specifically, we want to see like how much you guys are working on the implementation. So this session will mainly focus on basically your code, not exactly your codes, but the features that you have completed and how you have like done those features. So we want to assess like the ways that you are using, the methods that you are using, and different tools, AI tools that you are using to solve your project, to actually build your project. And we want to integrate that for this session. Like we have experts, different experts that will be like that are from big companies that will try to grade your implementations and your features. So I just wanted you guys to prepare for that. Yeah, I guess this is the final slide. Hopefully, yes. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, you can ask me now. And also, not just now, you can ask any of the organizers through WhatsApp and Telegram whenever you feel like it. So, questions?
Oh,
Emmanuel, continue.
yeah. Can you go back to the last slide?
Okay. This one?
Yeah. Okay. On the grading, so like we needed more details, like on the technical depth, code clarity, and design.
Okay, sorry for the inconvenience, Emmanuel. We were having technical problems. So to give you a little bit like detail about the grading, so basically, as I have said earlier, we'll be seeing like the features you have completed, you have implemented, and how you have implemented them. So basically, we'll be like reviewing your code qualities here, like how you write codes, even your implementations. Like for example, from my experience in frontend, are you using components like reusable components? Is your code well organized? These things like will be seen and evaluated during this session. Uh, Also, like we'll be posting like the details of the things that we'll be seeing in the coming days, the details that we'll be expecting in the coming days, and also like up to that time, just for now, just try to make your codes a little bit cleaner. Maybe add comments, organize it in a way that makes more sense. Like another developer can see it and understand the code. These are the tips that I can give you at the moment.
No, thank you.
Okay, no problem. Joshua, continue.
Okay, you said that the code quality will be tested, but here I said deploy prototype. We will be able to see our code from the prototype. I don't think that's possible. Are we going to, are we meant to submit the GitHub repo even though we're going to submit our prototype?
Oh yes, so yeah, I think like you guys have already shared your GitHub repos, right? Because we have like a list of GitHub repositories, and you also will be sharing your prototypes. And plus, like it will be a session, so you guys will be presenting your codes, and you guys also will be explaining how you implemented your features. So that way, like the experts will be able to evaluate you like correctly. Have I answered your question or? Okay, thank you, Joshua. Amil, you can continue.
So, hello, could you please go back to the slide before this one?
Okay, this
So,
one?
I think, yeah, about the deadlines. We have a deadline on Sunday for the demo and for the prototype. Could you please tell us the more details about these two?
Yes,
Like
thank you very
specifically
much.
about
Actually,
prototype
yes.
or
Yeah, I understand your question. I actually forgot to talk about it. Very sorry from my part. Yeah, so the prototype submission, that's actually different. So semifinals index files is more about like the topics that you discussed on Wednesdays and Thursdays workshop. The prototype submission is actually like we wanted to get the current status that you are at. So how much you have implemented the project. So we just basically wanted to check the current prototype that you had. So the thing that the way that we are collecting that is we have sent a form both on WhatsApp and Telegram. We have also emailed this form to each of the team leads. So basically like there will be a question that will ask you if you guys are building either a mobile application, a web application, or in some cases I have heard that it's both. So there's an option for both. And also we have added a fourth option where for those who have not like deployed their project. For instance, if you are like doing a web application and you guys have not deployed your web, either your front end or your AI modules or your backend, we are expecting a demo video by running your project locally, and we want you to upload that demo video on the space that you will get in the form. Does that make more sense, or have I made it more complicated?
no, no, it does make sense. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, Joshua, continue.
For some of us to deploy most of the application we're working in, we may need some additional resources. Or have we seen that we can just bundle the file and just send you? Or we need to deploy this in maybe like in an app store or anything?
No, I don't think like the if you have seen the forum, like for the App Store part at least, if you have seen the forum, like we specifically asked like for you guys to attach the APK file if you are working on Android, or the .tar.tz file, I think, if you are working on iOS. So basically what we are expecting is like you guys will be like uploading the APK file. For instance, if you are working on Android, you guys should be uploading the APK file to your Google Drives, and you'll make that drive link accessible by anyone with the link, and then you'll be pasting the link on the space on the form. So we are not expecting like a deployment on App Store or Play Store. For the websites as well, we are not like requiring guys, for example, if it's a front end, we are not requiring guys to like buy a domain name and complete all that shenanigan. But basically we just want to like see a viewable demo, if that makes sense, for like testing. So for example, we would like to test the responsiveness of a website and things like that, technical things like that. So that's why if you guys could find a free version to deploy your websites just for testing and for evaluation, that's what we are looking for. If that's not the case, as I have said, we have like included the option for you guys to run it locally and add the demo video. So you guys should opt to that, if that makes sense. It can be deployed on Render or yes. I mean, if the website is that simple, I guess you can deploy it on GitHub pages as well. Yes, we just wanted to test like specific features. If okay, Amel, you can continue.
So it's either the demo video or the prototype link, or is
Yes,
it both?
exactly.
Not
Not
both.
both. Yeah. So basically, if you have a prototype already deployed, like the form will only allow you to add like the link to the prototype. If that's not the case, the form will only allow you to add the link to your demo video.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Yeah. So yeah, as I've said, you can use GitHub pages, Vercel if you want. Yeah, we just want like to see a live demo of your project. That's why. So any other questions? Okay. No other questions? So I would like to repeat, like for this one, if there is maybe more confusions, I was told to clarify this. For the eight items that you see here will have different deadlines. As I have said earlier, and the deadlines will be announcing on both Telegram and WhatsApp groups. So just try to follow up with us and like submit based on the deadlines. Not all eight of them, but just one by one. So I hope that makes sense. If you don't have any other questions, like as you know, you can feel free to ask us through WhatsApp and Telegram, as we will be available on there, and we'll try to respond as fast as we can and as clear as we can. Uh, so if you don't have any questions, I don't think like there is anything remaining, right? But let me just make sure. Q&A. Yeah, this is the last slide. So thank you for your time. Wishing you all the best on the upcoming 3 weeks and good luck for the finals. Goodbye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.